nuts one day.
Huh?
Whereas-
So how would Magnus go nuts against?
Well, you can play something slightly more offbeat. You can play something slightly more aggressive, like, I don't know.
Plays knight to f6.
He might play
Pawn
Dutch
to
or
c4.
something.
Pawn to e6.
Okay. So far,
Knight
so
to
good.
c3. Vincent inviting the so-called Nimzo Indian, but Magnus often goes d5, saying, "Nah,
He's
no
played
Nimzo."
c5.
And there you go. There's the madness. He's going for the Benoni.
I told you guys. I know Magnus.
You didn't tell us actually. You were saying he could, or he could play solidly. You were covering all the bases.
But here we go. We get a Benoni,
And
which
Vincent,
is.
not bailing out, plays d5 immediately.
Let's see which system Vincent goes for. I'm not sure he'll go e4 here.
No?
No, I think he'll go knight f3 first. But I don't know. And the Benoni is.
Yeah, he's not going knight f3. He's deciding between. Oh, I'm wrong again. Wow, I need to go home.
Maybe,
Deciding
just
between
maybe.
knight f3 and e4.
Yeah.
Knight f3 is a strange move order because typically this is the big advantage White has here, that he's not committed to knight f3 yet, so he can play systems with either e4 and f4 or e4 and putting the knight here. But Vincent, who doesn't play the Nimzo move order very often, he more often plays knight f3 here, probably is transposing to a system he knows with the knight already committed there.
And ironically, in the Friedman Dinglerian game as well, we've got a reversed Benoni. So it's
Wow.
Benoni round.
Do you know that Benoni means son of sorrow?
Apparently does, yeah.
Oh, some theory debate here in the
Yeah.
Carlsen game. Queen a4, bishop d7, queen b3, and black is
And
supposed to go
b5.
b5.
Yeah, that's
Let's see how well Magnus knows his Benoni. Vincent is saying, I'm not backing down.
Yeah, let's have a look at this. So Vincent gives a check, Magnus blocks, Vincent brings the queen back, and now, so this is very
Point is
topical.
to lure the bishop here. If
Mhm.
knight bd7, you can take the pawn. So bishop d7, queen to b3, pawn to b5. Now white has a choice between taking here and taking on d6, both leading to big messes. And as far as I know, black is okay here, so people have stopped doing this queen a4, queen b3, but
That's
maybe
right.
Vincent is also saying, you know what, I think you're bluffing, sir. I don't think you know all this stuff, so I'll put you to the test. But Vincent's taking a moment here, which might be bad news for him, because you don't want to enter this if you don't know details. Then I would question why he blitzed out queen a4 check, because this is what you get. But no, he does take. And queen b6. Magnus knows a little something. Surprisingly hard to catch Magnus, and he does know a little something here and there.
I've said it for years and years and years. I think people underestimate him in the opening, and he just knows a lot more than people think.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, bishop e5 is the main move, and now you can play castles or c4. I think I've had this at least once. Often leads to the same thing, but if you're not well prepared here as white, it could get very hairy very quickly.
Mm.
The black pawns on b5 and c5 start to roll, and bishop e5 castles. Magnus still well in books, so it's really a book war at the moment.
Yeah, I used to click these lines e3, then there's c4
Yeah.
or b4, and typically if you keep pushing the button it ends with black surviving as always, but it's going to be a question how well Vincent knows this, if he can ask a question, or if the board will be burning. So when you're supposed to go e3, e4 would be a little too loose here, then you get hit with c4 and queen c2, I guess, knight a6, and your pieces don't really make a lot of sense. So you want the pawn on e3 so that this bishop is not as loose here.
Yeah, this is definitely a...
I think e3, c4, and then the queen goes to d1. That was the line, no?
Yeah, and if b4, knight e2, but it looks awfully clumsy for white, but...
Pawn up, nice centered pawn up. So black has to do something. If we get one more move, we're in good shape.
Yeah, rook c8 followed by c3 is an idea I remember. I think I looked at this with Fabi actually.
Sure.
I really do. When Fabi had his Benoni moment. And you can see on the stage there, by the way, you've got some top players from the Open tournament as well.
That's Hans
sharing the
Niemann.
stage. That is Hans Niemann with his back to us.
Do you think there's a special Hans Niemann board with a camera just on him, like Magnus often has this TV board?
That's right.
I should have one.
Yeah. Camera and metal detector required.
Yeah.
No? Too soon?
Yeah.
Too soon. Now let's see how Hans... I mean, wouldn't it be great if Hans won the tournament and he would play in the main event next year? That would be something.
Yeah, Magnus will be thrilled.
Yeah. Do you think they talk?
I doubt it.
Yeah, me too. He's going to walk past the board. I wonder what the tension is like. Can we see that? Can we zoom out here and see? No. No, we can't. We can see Arjun Irigasi there in the grey blazer. Can see Alexei Sarana on the other side.
Can we?
Yeah, down the end, two from the end, wearing the
Oh,
black.
there, yeah. There he is. That's right.
So some top players in the house.
Huh? And whom are they playing? Is this, what's the pairing system in the Open? It's 1 versus 1350?
Right.
Not rating, but seed?
Yeah, so I think they're going to be playing 2,100, 2,200 players in the first round, I would guess.
There are so many. I don't know what the pairing system is sometimes. They use some accelerated thing with such big fields. I don't know. If Vincent's played e3, the critical move, needed a moment here to probably recall. Now Magnus has a choice between c4 and b4, and now Magnus also has to show us if he was mildly bluffing or if he has this all worked out. My best guess is he has a file somewhere and he's looked at it one day, but probably not right before the game. But I could be wrong, because Vincent, he likes repeating his lines. And if Vincent has played this before against the Benoni, then of course Magnus will be ready. It's the first game of the day, after all. Pawn to c4 played.
The queen pretty much has to come back to d1 here.
Yeah, it goes to c2 now. It can be hit by bishop f5, that doesn't help. And this way would be disastrous, I guess. Knight e6 or a5. So yeah, he went back, b4 played. Here we go. Now the big question is where the horse he jumps. Here.
I can't imagine him putting it back on b1, that's for sure.
Huh?
That said, you do need 2 tempi more to develop the light square bishop if you put it on e2.
Huh?
Hot take of the day. I've had a lot today, apparently.
Yeah, you're on fire.
Thank you. If you hadn't noticed, ladies and gentlemen, that's Jan being sarcastic.
No.
Oh, no? All right.
It's a problem. I don't... People never believe I'm giving a genuine compliment.
That's because you've never given a genuine compliment.
That could be a reason. Let's have a look at the other Benoni.
Yeah.
Of course, we'll keep an eye on the Keymer Carlsen game. Daniel Friedman. He's saying, I would also like a Benoni, but I will have 2 extra tempi and you will have played e6 with your bishop. Still boxed in, so of course this is a way different version. And the move h6, slightly rare as far as I know, but of course Ding will have prepared this. Daniel, not surprised, takes in bishop f4. Knows the stuff. Now knight e5 is an option, so probably black goes bishop d6 to control that square. Let's see what Ding is up to. Or will he go g5?
Yeah, he's not going to go g5. Not today. But interesting kind of reverse Benoni. I think Daniel is doing just fine. Nothing too much to talk about just yet. Should we go to the final game?
Nah, it's French.
It's
and a French opening too. The Vinaver.
Yeah.
Rapport likes his line, plays it quite a bit, but here bishop to d3. This I know.
Wow, this is very unusual.
No, this is the main move. But
Oh, is it? Sorry,
after
CD4 and then queen g7.
CD4,
Knight
now
e2.
you go knight e2. This is
Yeah.
also established. But after bishop d3, Rapport goes queen a5
Wow.
now, which is sort of rare, at least to me. The point is after knight e2, you go c4 and trap the bishop. But after bishop d2, he also goes c4. It's too subtle for me. Why do you go queen c7 and then after bishop d3, queen a5? So he gains a tempo back if he wants to play c4. And he likes this close structure. Deep stuff. It's a sideline, but trying to get a game. You have to play rook g8 now to cover this poor pawn. Is this good, Richard? Maxime
Well,
has won a game in the Wiener before. He beat Jan Nepomniachtchi in the candidates in a key game when Maxime Vachier-Lagrave was the leader of the candidates together with Jan Nepomniachtchi. Not so long ago. It was during the pandemic, weren't we, or the start of the pandemic, weren't we doing commentary in this Yekaterinburg, and then Maxime won this game?
That's
and
right.
Then it was put on hold.
that's right. We were in the studio in Hamburg.
No, I was in my basement.
Oh, sorry. But you did cut. No, it was. Or was that the? What, are you talking post-pandemic? Yes.
Nope.
Pre-pandemic.
Uh-huh.
I thought we did some commentary together.
We did, but it was remote.
Ah, you were just remote. Okay.
So were you. Anyway, it's been a while ago.
It's really been a long time. Anyway, yeah, it's interesting. Rapport going for this kind of structure, closed structure. And the current position looks okay for black to my eyes, but a4, knight c6, knight f3, bishop d7, castles h6. Looks totally reasonable.
Yeah, Maxime just developed in sort of a standard fashion, but maybe the way to punish this. That's the advantage, of course, of playing these sidelines, as normally people won't be too well acquainted with them. Was some cunning moves here. Like, okay, Compi says a4 is okay, but now he's giving lines that I can't even explain, like queen f4 followed by bishop g4. Like h4 is fairly standard there. I'm actually a bit surprised Maxime didn't do it, because you see them pushing the h4, all kinds of situations. But the
You're
standard
telling me
development-
you've never seen queen f4 followed by bishop g4 in these closed French structures? And you call yourself a grandmaster?
Yes.
Okay. Just so we're clear.
Uh-huh.
No, I have no idea what queen f4, bishop g4 is about. That is next level stuff.
Yeah,
I actually don't even get it at all. This is much more normal, but you can
this
get
looks
into
all right
trouble
for-
here.
Yeah, for black. Somehow,
can-
yeah, the short castles didn't
You-
look to be asking so many questions.
No, you can get into some serious trouble here as black, because
As black?
as white,
Oh,
sorry, as white, yeah.
So rook g8, f6, g5.
Not
is
even
always
that. Yeah, just pushing, just starting the push. Can
there.
get
Yeah, I don't think you want to go g5 because the pawns aren't really moving anymore after that. But preparing f6 or f5.
You might
is
even
the
not
right
even
moment.
have to prepare it in some positions. You can just jettison the pawn. Very interesting stuff. Now, of course, long way to go in that one.
Maxime also played very quickly, and clearly he was out of book. He made some, according to the compy, subpar moves. Why blitz out all this stuff?
Rook fb1 played, totally natural. Now Richard is just going to castle long, which he already does. And this is where you reach the point as a white player on this side of the ball, on this against the system, where all of your previous moves have kind of been straightforward, automatic, and now you need a plan. And rook b5, queen c7 is the first thing you look at. And I wonder if there, after rook b5, queen c7, bishop c1 is what MBL will play, with the idea of rerouting the bishop to
Yeah.
a3.
makes a lot of sense, but it's sort of slow, so he has to think about how to deal with f6 or f5.
Yeah, f5, and now, I mean, in principle, I don't want to take that, so I would probably put the queen on h3.
Oh.
But
Yeah,
super
Comp
complicated.
is pretty happy with
Comp
that.
likes knight a5, which attacks the rook. The rook
Kicking
comes
the knight
back, and it likes rook df8. No idea.
Oh, he's preparing. Some more reshuffling. That's what Richie likes about this. He has a compact structure he can shuffle around, and here, of course, there's a lot of looming danger with this pawn push, and the white pieces are slightly misplaced. This bishop is beautiful, but it doesn't seem to be doing enough by itself. So it looks like the opening went a little wrong for Maxime there. And Rapport, who's played the French every now and then. Also advised Ding to play the French during the World Championship match against Nepomniachtchi. He played the French ones as a surprise weapon. So Richard and the French are simpatico.
Yeah. Let's go back to the Magnus game, because we did get an answer from Vincent, and he did put the knight on b1. He said, I don't want to put the knight on e2 because I have to move it again anyway, so I'm going to put it on b1. Magnus now protects his loose pawn on c4 with bishop b5. And it's over to Vincent, who I think we can reasonably confidently say is probably close to out of book now. Or at least he hasn't looked at this position for a while, I wouldn't have thought.
Yeah, I think it's still sort of theory, so he probably has it in some file, but it's not what you check every morning. Your Benoni bishop f4 analysis. In a way, I don't know which position is easier to play. At least the next move for black is sort of easy. Well, Vincent now has a decision. Do you go bishop e2, do you go a3, do you go a4, do you go bishop d4? Knight b2, bunch of candidate moves.
Really is a bunch of lot of moves here, and well, Magnus having a good think as well. I personally think that this could be one of those time trouble based games. I feel like both players are going to, or at least Vincent is really going to have to spend a lot of time figuring this out. It's not the sort of position you can just play automatically.
So you think Vincent will end up low on time?
I think Vincent will be in time trouble.
In every game of his?
Well, it's not completely true, is it?
Sort of.
No.
He's a time travel addict.
No.
He has one weakness, one addiction. It's time travel.
If only that were the only addiction one could be addicted to, the world would be a better
I don't
place.
think Vincent has any other addictions.
No.
He's not even addicted to, I don't know, watching TV.
No?
He just opening trees.
Just
opening trees are his only
opening
addiction.
trees.
And he's played a4.
Bishop a6.
Bishop went back.
And what did he just do now?
Well, he's gonna bring the horsey.
Knight d2 played. Okay.
So he's still sort of in book.
Knight
He
d2.
calls his tree.
Rook c8 will be played, protecting the pawn.
And rook c1, then c3. Exciting.
It's actually very, very tricky.
So knight takes d5 is bad. Then
Yeah.
we take, and we take on c4.
Yeah.
We stabilize.
Yeah.
No, there's always a check on d4. So you have to keep this trump card alive. Rook c8, and white should try to get it.
Maybe he was bluffing us, Vincent. He was just trying to recall his lines. And c3, and Magnus also.
Well, it's the only move. So even if he doesn't know, he has to do it, because if not, this pawn just gets taken. Now b takes c also looks forced.
Yeah, because if bishop takes a6, he takes d2 is a very unfortunate
Zwischenschach.
in-between check. So you have to take on c3. Magnus now will probably take on f1.
Yeah, it's a bit clumsy to recapture no matter how you do it. Probably knight, so we reserve castling rights for later.
And now you're 2 pawns down as black, but you just carry on. You go knight b7 and say, I don't care. Amazing. Bishop d4, queen a6.
Yeah, this king in the center. I mean, things aren't easy. And white will probably have to return some pawns while finishing development. Big theoretical debate here.
Really is.
Vincent's he's a big Harry Potter guy. I'm not sure if that's an addiction.
Oh, what, big what, sorry?
Harry Potter.
Oh, Harry Potter.
Yeah.
I think it is an addiction, right?
Could be.
I'm sure there are some Harry Potter addicts out there. Have you read the Harry Potters? No. Okay.
I've seen the movies.
Okay.
I tried to read them to my kids, but
Are they too young still? Probably.
No, they said this is for babies.
Really?
No, maybe they're a bit too young.
Yeah, a bit too young. But I'm a big fan of J.K. Rowling.
Mm-hmm. At Lawrence Trent, I am.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I'm all right. Listen.
How do you
I
recapture?
can.
No, sorry. Go ahead. Thomas.
No. I was just saying. I think she's a talented writer.
Mm-hmm.
Entrepreneur. Big fan. Queen f4 in MVL. He played your move just 5 moves later.
It's too late now.
Hitting the f7 pawn. Wowzers.
Compy is not impressed. Saying,
That's a difficult move to
get
play.
out of here. Nah.
Rook df8, queen h5. And
Although
just
Richard, he likes his pawns, but here, like it's just too active. G4,
Yeah.
bishop e8. Why would I have to play g4?
that's
Why
a
is this so
very,
bad?
very tough move. Yeah, okay. You can just leave it because g4 is the threat. h5? No, it doesn't quite work. Knight takes g5. Wow, I'll be very, very impressed if Richard finds g5 here.
I'm wondering, 'cause the first move that comes to mind is this, just to cover the pawn. Then he wants this, so what's his point?
Not sure. Actually, I'm not sure, because when the bishop gets to a3, then when you go f5, e takes f6 is not even a move.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, you can throw in bishop d. Yeah, but okay.
But then you can no longer take en passant, you
right.
have to do it directly. They changed the rules. Rapper, are you thinking about it? He looks interested.
Yeah, I think he might do it. Another hot take.
Yeah, he might do it, or he might not do it. Those are the two options.
Hot takes everywhere. Whenever you say hot take, I think of hot cake.
Huh?
You know, there are some nice hot cakes. Are you a cold cake? You're a cold kuchen kind of guy?
Not a big cake guy.
No, not a big cake guy?
No.
Oh,
like
I had you down as a...
my brownie for dessert.
Ooh, yeah.
Cakes.
Cake's no good?
I'm an old man. You gotta stay away at some point.
Marble cake? Lemon cake? Carrot cake? Cheesecake?
In this area of Germany, we have the Schwarzwälder Kirschtorte. Are you familiar with Schwarzwälder Kirschtorte?
The black cherry...
No, Schwarzwald, this hall we're in is actually called the Schwarzwaldhalle. It's the Black Forest.
Black Forest cherry cake?
Black Forest cherry cake.
No, I've not
It's good
tried it.
stuff.
Have you tried it?
Yeah.
Okay. Should we have some tomorrow morning?
No.
Okay.
Vincent took with the king. What a sicko. He can no longer castle now. But okay, he's not losing that much time. And he can either castle by hand later, or the slightly uglier but faster g3, king g2. What's Magnus going to do?
Knight bd7.
Let's assume. Develops. Compy says bishop takes f6. I'd hate to give that bishop. It's so pretty. Can I keep it? I'd keep it.
Queen a6.
Queen e2.
Or you want to give up the pawn, just...
A bunch of pawns. No? Computer somehow equalizes, but... Bishop takes
Why
f6.
is queen takes a4 not the move here?
It's too greedy. Now I stabilize.
Uh-huh.
And there is problems. Knight takes d5, rook a1, and we win material.
That's a very pretty tactic.
Huh?
Wow. Okay, so
Let's see what he does. Compy says bishop takes f6, but it strikes me as very loose.
tough move.
No, it's one of the two. You take or bishop d4 to me. Bishop d4 just looks more natural if he's out of book, which I assume by now he is. Magnus, not sure. Magnus really hasn't spent a lot of time. All his moves have been like semi-forced ever since entering this sharp line, but normally once he has to think, he thinks. Magnus is not the type like Aronian to blitz out the first 40 moves and pretend it's all preparation. Normally, if he has a decision, he will take his time.
Are you saying that Aronian pretends?
Sometimes he just keeps playing very quickly, and you're not sure, is it prep or is it inspiration? Like some of the top guys do that, and it's very unpleasant too, because you don't have time to think. But of course, there's a risk of making a subpar move one way. Magnus having a little nap. He's looking up, maybe. He's
looking at the screen.
He's searching his memory palace.
Hans Niemann.
Are those the two most famous chess players in the world, or not anymore? A year ago, certainly, or whenever that was. 2 years ago.
Difficult
I
to
lost
say.
track of time.
Yeah, certainly at some point. I mean, a few skits made the Daily Show and various other high-profile shows. So,
but maybe, as Magnus hasn't been so active, maybe now it's Nakamura Niemann.
yeah.
That was an attempt at humor. No, I guess Hans is a bit out of the public eye. Has been playing a lot, but mainly open tournaments, just as he's here. So he's still very much committed to the game. But who are the most famous chess players in the world? How do you rate it even nowadays? Like Gotham Chess, the Botha sisters, they're more famous than, let's say, I don't know, Fabi. Although Fabi, he's out there.
No, but I think the streamers, the YouTube guys are definitely the. I mean, Gotham, I think probably outside of Magnus and maybe Hikaru is number 3. Shout out to Levi. The Botha sisters. I mean, Andrea was in Berlin DJing in a rave set a few weeks ago. Amazing, super talented. So the game is getting cooler. So they say.
Speaking of cool, Richard Rapport.
Oof. He played g5?
Went g5.
Damn.
Maxime took.
Yeah?
Can't bluff Maxime. And now Richard is trying to figure out where to go from here.
And also, Maxime loves a pawn.
Yeah?
Yeah,
he loves bishops
he
and
loves
pawns.
he loves a pawn.
I'm not sure he really likes his 2 bishops. Pawns, I'm not sure, because he also loves initiative. So I'm not sure how much of a pawn grabber he is, but here, of course, there was no way back.
I think in this position, Richard is deciding whether to go knight f5 or rook f8 first, if it makes a difference.
So,
because maybe after knight f5 you have the additional option of something like rook g7, and then maybe you can get in a quick g4. I'm not sure. There's a few little details here that I think Richard is trying to work out. The most natural, of course, is just to go rook f8, followed by bishop e8 at some point, and g4 and knight f5, and just try and get it rolling. Which reminds me of that song by Limp Bizkit, Rollin'.
Ah, I thought that you were taking us back to Harry Potter.
No. I was thinking of that song by Limp Bizkit. Do you remember the one?
No.
Oh, okay. It was called Rollin'.
How's it go? Like keep rolling, rolling, rolling?
That's the one.
You and Fred Durst, are you guys close?
Yes, actually, as it turns out. No. But that was the first album I ever bought with my own money.
Wow.
I
For me it was Roxette, Joyride.
Was it?
Of course. Join the Joyride. Be a Joyrider.
What year was that?
91?
91?
Could be.
You remember going into the store and buying the CD?
CD.
Or
the MC.
Was it a CD?
No, it was a cassette.
It was a cassette?
An old man.
Wow. Some people watching this are like, what's a cassette?
I know.
Imagine some people watching the stream right now have never owned a CD. Everything's been digital.
Wow.
Crazy, huh?
It's a crazy thought. You should tweet about that. That's deep stuff. And Vincent. He
hasn't got
attached
any
to the bishop, as I thought.
He hasn't got any cassettes by Roxanne, I can tell you that.
Roxette, not Roxanne.
Roxette rather.
Roxanne was Sting.
Roxanne was Sting.
Did you know that Sting played? Nah, we shouldn't get into.
Did he play chess?
No.
Oh.
There's too much action on the chessboard.
Okay.
Knight b7. Vincent didn't go bishop d4. He took on f6, which is the best move. I just thought it looked loosey, but he's good at chess, so he can get away with it. And Magnus, he's still thinking about which way to recapture, if he should recapture at all, if he should give a little zwischenschach. First time, he's taking his time.
Yeah. A few things to think about here as Magnus. Still going to be really interesting to... Whoa! We will keep an eye on this, of course, but I think we should go to the MBL game, because that position that you mentioned is on the board.
Amazing.
And this is the key moment where Richard now needs to find h5. My move.
There you go.
No good.
Terrible move.
Terrible move, but there you go. So the point is that after knight takes g5, h takes g4, bishop takes g4, what does he want to do here?
That's the big question.
Rook h8 he wants.
Does he?
Well, surely.
Maxime hates queens. He will happily take here.
Yes. Take on h3.
Now all of a sudden, it's easier to play with white. We're hitting e6. We're hitting d5.
Looks super tough for black to play, despite the small material advantage.
Yeah.
No, super tough. Yep, I agree with you. h5 looks a little bit loose. Looks wrong, but...
Yeah, I didn't really understand it. Computer gives black an edge with like cryptic moves like queen g7. I mean, computer will be right as always, but that's not a move. That's high on your to-do list. So h5 looks very natural, but it gives white a chance to grab more things.
I think queen g7 is actually designed to go knight fe7, knight g6, and put the knight on f4.
Why not knight fe7, knight g6 directly?
I think because h6 is dropping.
Oh. Yep, probably right.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
So
makes a lot of sense, but
queen
hard
G6
to think of.
Yeah. h5 is the human move, but as Jan just showed, the line with knight takes g5 and sacking the queen actually looks very, very decent.
Do we have to sacrifice?
Okay, rook h8 is not forced here.
No, I'm just curious. Queen g2 is also legal. Bishop f5 is tempting. I think you would do it. There we see the French top player.
Been France #1 for a very long time now, has Mr. MBL. Ah, that's not true. Ali Reza.
He's actually not.
Ali Reza, well, Ali Reza's, how long has Ali Reza been officially French now?
Been a couple of years.
A couple of years?
2 or 3 years, I don't know.
Prior to Ali Reza becoming French, how long was MVL #1 for?
I don't know. I've been bad keeping track of the French top list, but probably a solid decade in there.
Well, I was going to say, like,
more, maybe.
did Bacro?
I guess Bacro before him, but
probably
Maxime
a decade.
has been around. No,
Yeah.
I guess more, because Maxime was very high rated. It's like 18, 17, 18 already. Anyway, Maxime seems relaxed, took the pawn, ain't worried about nothing, and goes to check out Ding's game, which we've slightly neglected. It's this very weird Benoni structure where they're doing funky maneuvers. Bishop e5,
Wow.
who does that?
That's not on my bingo card.
Yeah, it's surprising. a3, rook b1, b4.
Wow, bishop e5 is just...
It's bishop. Doesn't respect bishops.
Can you trust a man that doesn't respect bishops?
No.
Okay. Are you not going to be captaining a team with Daniel Friedman in it?
Unlikely, but who knows?
Oh, have you? Has the team for the Olympiad been chosen already?
No.
Oh. You're the captain, right? You get a say in who is part of the team?
I am the captain now.
Du bist das Kapitän.
Der Kapitän.
Der Kapitän. Okay, so as the captain,
Yes?
what's the process for choosing a player?
Yeah, it's 4 by rating. Then I pick one. So they are restricting my powers,
Wow.
which is unfortunate. But you know, these players, because I can't stand any of them, they rightly insist that it's being done by rating, because they know they'd be out the door if they give me any more authority.
If you could choose 5 players, not because of rating, who would you choose? Who would be on your list?
Be the old guard.
The old
Alexander
guard?
Graf, Rostam Dautov, Robert Hübner, if he wants to join.
Yeah.
Arthur.
Yeah, get Arthur over. Yeah.
Daniel wouldn't make the team because he's too young.
He's too young. How old is Daniel? 45-ish?
Nah, a bit more. 49-ish.
49-ish? Okay. Wow, so you've got to choose one guy.
Yeah. One Ding to rule them all. No, I can't choose Ding, unfortunately.
Am I eligible?
No.
Shame.
It's a great shame.
Okay, don't like the move bishop e5 if we just go back to the move.
Yeah.
Just something about it bothers me, but Daniel obviously has his reasons.
Probably he does have his reasons. Bishop d7.
Yeah, why not? Rook
Takes
b8,
rook
rook takes
b8.
b2.
Takes bishop f6. Wow. Are we missing that dark squared bishop?
Yeah.
The white is fine. It's not like it's worse. Play b4 or some move. Maybe Daniel would just want to simplify the position a little bit. Still, yeah, bishop e5. I'm also. But it is what it is. Let's go back to Vinike against. What's Magnus's rapping name? Does he have a rapping name?
He was on a rap song, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. Vem Stål Spanolen featuring Pimp Daddy. But I'm not sure he got a rap name. I think he was just called Magnus Carlsen.
That's right.
Great song.
Great song, actually.
So Vincent, he's done something wrong. He went c takes b4. As I mentioned, bishop f6. I really like bishops. These Germans are giving up the bishops like it's nothing. Friedman plays bishop e5. Keymer plays bishop takes f6. We'll have to have training camp on bishops. Like long-range pieces, very powerful.
I think you should punish some of your players if they give up their bishops too early.
But no, Vincent didn't play c4, but instead he took on b4.
So he's three pawns up as things
Yeah,
stand.
but his king. I'm not in love with this. Takes
Oh,
knight
no,
d5, or I don't know. Looks like Pompey wants to take here first. And it's still going to take a while.
Now he's
it's
only
White who's fighting for equality. And maybe, I'm not sure if that's a weakness, but if Magnus Carlsen blitzes out the Benoni against you, which he never plays, do you repeat the line that you always play then? Like maybe that was a bit risque by Vincent.
Maybe he's just not well versed in another line versus the Benoni.
Yeah,
What could you do?
plenty good lines here. E4 h3, E4 f4, E4 knight g2. No, I mean, of course the line he played was fine, but it looks like he might be losing this theoretical debate, which is not surprising because Magnus looked at this probably this morning. By morning, I mean 5 p.m. after you woke up. Well, Vincent certainly hasn't studied today. Anyway, knight takes d5. And gotta bring the king to safety. How bad is it if we just give all these pawns?
Looks bad.
Does it?
Yes. Passed a pawn in combination with the bishop.
Yeah.
I think
Not
practically
too bad.
speaking, very tough. A5. No, this is not what you want as white.
No, it's not what you want, but it's what you might have to do.
That's possible, but I think practically speaking, very,
And
very tough.
Sven Nuppe is entering the room. Sven,
Wow.
everything under control? We saw you on stage there.
I think
A lot of
so.
people.
I think
Congratulations, look beautiful.
government is running, so
Humble studio, but yeah, what an event you can see there with all the boards. 2,784 players in the Open, plus 6 in the Classics. So that's 2,790. That's
It's the sort of rating I wish I was
higher
at.
rated than Nakamura.
Yeah. No, it's great to see chess still booming.
Still going strong, good old
Yes,
chess.
good old classical chess. It's not just online. Still, people like to come to the tournaments, play, interact. It's a big social occasion
And
here.
these sickos, they play 2 games per day, right? I mean, they
2
show up
games
here
per
over
day.
Easter in their holidays to play 2 classical games a day.
Yeah. That is the
Voluntarily.
voluntarily,
Yeah,
yes.
sure. Sven is forcing some of them, but not all.
That is the love that they have for this game. And it's a really nice atmosphere.
Is it?
Yeah. It's just playing 2 games a day is just
It's crashing.
it's soul destroying. It's not 2 games of rapid like these guys. It's 2 games of classical. That's a 10-hour plus day.
2 games of rapid is fine.
2 games of rapid is
It's
fine.
nothing actually.
Yeah.
There are many rapid tournaments you play 5 games of rapid a day.
Right.
But 2 games of classical, it's really, really tough.
Yeah.
I haven't
Agreed.
done it for a while. Also, I don't play chess. But Vincent, he maybe found a better way. He's trying to keep 1 pawn alive here in order not to give the a-pawn. Then we see Hans Niemann spreading his wings.
Yeah, but
And if nothing direct happens, maybe it's okay. I'd be scared though. I see the computer line follows up with king e2, king f3, for example, which I don't know. Wouldn't be my train of thought, like a5, king e2, followed by king f3. Yeah.
Not on your list of candidates.
Nah.
But you have to connect the rooks, so king e2 I think is logical, but the king on f3 is okay, it's reasonably safe. Alrighty.
So what's Magnus thinking about? He took the pawn. Actually, he's not thinking about anything. It's Vincent studying the position. Knight d4, keeping this pawn alive looks logical enough. d6 looks very random, but maybe can buy you some time. And Vincent
G3
goes for none of the above. He returns the pawn, but under a sort of bad circumstance.
Oh my goodness, this is awful. Queen takes b5?
I guess he wants queen c4, but then it's a bad version of
takes,
this
and
endgame
takes.
we had earlier. Yeah.
No.
The a pawn is running. Yeah, this doesn't look so great. Looks, well, it's too early to say. It's not like white is lost or anything, but looks like the Magnus Carlsen curse. It's not a curse, Magnus, just pretty good at chess, but might continue.
Yeah, this is not good at all for white, because black's, he takes on b5, of course. What else is he going to do? I guess he wants to block with queen c4, but after king g, no, he goes king g2. Queen takes d5 will be played.
Yeah, it's all similar stories. In black position, it's so easy to play. Push this pawn, ideally till here. Well, white has the tough choices. Do you put the queen here, try to block it? Do you exchange queens? What do you do? Now this, yeah. I'm a bit worried here. This could not end well.
I am very, very concerned for
Also,
Vincent.
Magnus has a determined look on his face, like 3-year Letterman.
Yeah, he's very zoomed in, zoned in.
Zoomed and zoned.
Yeah. Let's have a look at the MVL game quickly, because we did have some
Is there an NBA game?
MVL game.
Ah, sorry. I was watching Denver Phoenix last night.
Me too.
Sick.
Wait, that was really late.
I know.
Yeah.
I woke up early, watched some Denver Phoenix, went to the gym.
Did the Suns
went
end
to
up winning?
breakfast. Suns ended up winning.
Jokic overrated?
Nah, it's pretty good.
Pretty good.
So here's the MVL game. MVL also a big NBA fan.
Is he?
Yeah.
Okay. Who's his team?
All these chess guys, they like Boston for some reason. Levon, also big Boston guy. Magnus, big Boston guy. They're all Boston.
Controversial opinion? Boston?
Uh-huh.
Who's their best player?
I like Peyton Pritchard.
Okay, right. Jaylen Brown?
No.
For me, I think he's the best player.
You're wrong.
Am I wrong? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Back to the chess. We're gonna get heat in the chat today.
What's going on here?
Well, he didn't sacrifice the queen. So what did he do? So knight g5, bishop g4. Queen e7. So Rapport did not attack the queen with rook h8, so he protected the e6 pawn.
Now
F4,
you stabilize with f4,
yes.
as you do.
Rook h8, queen
Now
g2,
you
and
keep
knight
the
d8.
queen. Yes, just this. Oh, bishop c1. That's a nice move. And that's right up MVL's alley. Champs-Élysées.
Agreed.
Do you know this German song
Which one?
about Alley?
No.
It's a good song.
Okay. Yeah. What did he do? Oh, he played rook.
He moved the rook. What a putzer. Why not make the computer move? Leave the rook where it
Because
is.
his rook, he just
Activate your bishop.
right. He just thought that he didn't want to lose a rook, but
Okay, come on, Maxi. Live a little. This would have been cool.
yeah, yeah, and yeah, that would have been nice with the a7 pawn hanging, but not played. And what we have is rook bb1, bishop to g6.
G6.
Yes,
Okay. I still
he
like
wants to
bishop
go knight
C1.
f7 next.
Yeah, do this. Bishop is stupid on d2 anyway.
And if so knight f7.
Then I take your rook.
So I need to move the rook dg8, or rook fg8, I should say. Looks like the most natural move.
Yeah, it's a mess. Practically, Richie might just be all right now.
I think one of the key ideas here is that at some point black can play, let's say knight f7, knight takes g5, and then knight h4 and bishop to e4. Is he lining things up there?
Yeah, I think that is one of the key ideas. Knight 7, knight g5, knight h4, bishop e4. Yeah. Complicated. Not so obvious what white should be doing.
Yeah.
Rapport, he likes these French positions. The computer always says black is worse or that. He's not going to get hit in the opening, especially in these close structures, and then he can use his talent, shuffle pieces around. He's quite good at it.
Yep. And
Vincent.
Queen c4.
I'm a Vincent. He decided to go Queen c4, but yeah. Now Magnus can once again take and then push his a pawn. Yeah, it's going to be a fight for a draw here. Magnus goes a5 directly, also good. Giving Vincent the option, but I don't think that's what Vincent wants. To play Queen a4.
I mean, he's
Rook
playing
A1
rook
looks normal to me,
a1.
yeah.
He's playing rook a1 here all day.
Twice
And
on
twice
Sundays?
on Sundays.
Oh.
Yeah.
Speaking of twice on Sundays, tomorrow no games because it's
Easter Friday.
Karfreitag, Easter Friday. And I think there's even some regulations in this part of Germany
Correct.
that you can't, at least you can't broadcast sporting events
You can't.
on Easter Friday.
It is verboten.
Why is that? You are well versed, not only in the Bible, but also German law.
Yes.
Had a few run-ins. So, why is that?
It's a religious part of the country down here. This is, I think so. No? It's
I don't
much
know,
more,
but I mean, what's the
much more
historical meaning? 'Cause you can do stuff on Sundays or on other holidays.
religious. Well,
Just Easter Friday we can't do stuff.
it's a very holy day, right? Easter Friday, and especially Easter Friday. And I don't know what the rules of. I'm trying to think. Actually, where are we?
December, let's 25th. We can do stuff. No, I
No,
think it's
this.
just Easter Friday.
Yeah, this is a much more holy
the
religious
big
day.
one?
Yeah, this is the big one.
Apologies,
forget
I'm
the-
not very
I forget
educated.
the. Where are we? Karlsruhe is
It's called Baden-Württemberg,
Baden-Württemberg. That's it.
the dirty south.
It's
as
the
we say in
dirty
German.
south. Yeah. Yeah,
The
things
German
are
Atlanta.
things are going to be closed tomorrow, and we might not even have food.
Oof, I was going to go shopping tomorrow.
Were you?
I'm not going to be able to do it.
Food shopping,
Also, but I need like t-shirts.
t-shirts.
Yeah, some white t-shirts.
Right. Okay.
Because I don't like washing, so I just buy new clothes whenever I'm on the road.
Okay.
And some boxer shorts, some t-shirts.
Okay.
So it's going to be tough tomorrow.
Wow. Your wife can't help you out with that one? No? Okay.
There's Diane Friedman.
Imposing figure at the board.
Yeah. Is Ding scared? I don't think
Ding
so.
always looks scared.
No, he doesn't look scared to me, I think. He looks focused, but I don't think he's very timid in chess terms.
Mm-hmm.
What's the position? Opposite colored bishops. Ding sacrificed a pawn, but his bishop will be quite active on this long diagonal. So I think he's actually fine. Bishop can come here.
Yeah, it looks totally fine for black, doesn't it? This position.
Looks like it might sort of peter out. White probably eventually has to return this pawn. Oh yeah, this is a compy line, for example. Takes. Hard to see white winning this. Just here. Mass exchanges should follow. Also no troubles for white. So probably draw. It's a very likely outcome. Vincent, he's trying to tango here, but
knight b6 looks reasonable, but after rook. Ooh.
This is the problem.
Wow, and rook takes a4, knight takes b6. That's cute geometry, actually.
Now the knight on a8 is unhappy.
But most importantly, rook takes a4 is met by knight takes b6.
That's most important. Maybe you have to go for this, but no, it's just lost.
Yeah, you can't hold this.
No, this doesn't look good for Vincent. And Magnus Carlsen, once again, with a heavy hand, trying to keep these youngsters down. Can go
Knight
here.
d4, knight g5.
Yeah, not sure if it's lost, but it's not fun.
Definitely not fun.
No fun whatsoever.
So Magnus in the driving seat. Unclear MVL rapport. Friedman maybe ever so slightly better against Ding, but can never see Ding losing this position. Looks like that will be a draw if I had to make a guess.
Wow.
More hot takes?
That's what I literally said. This one, anything could happen. 3 results in play, maybe 4 results.
What's the fourth result?
0-0.
0-0.
Get them both out of here.
That happened in that game where they had the night dance, didn't it?
Yeah, the partnership double.
Yeah. So 0-0 is a possible result if you bring the game into disrepute.
Yeah, they played the French. Who else do you need? No, I don't even know which side to choose practically. I'm slightly leaning towards black, although I love extra pawns, bishops. But king safety, so important in rapid games and in rapport games. I don't know. Maxime's so good though in these like dynamic situations. I don't know, I'll just keep changing my mind. For now, I like black's chances.
I always find that changing your mind according to the evaluation of the computer is a pretty good way to
Oh, that's a good tip.
be fickle.
Oh.
Yeah, Magnus full control though. This is a nightmare, literally, for white. You might have to go passive.
He goes knight b6.
No!
Come on, Vincent.
Let's get the camera. Let's see if we can get camera action.
We need the camera
We need
right
the
now.
camera there right now. Let's get knight b6 on the board. And Magnus is, he hasn't.
Yeah,
No,
there's
there's-
this small, you blunder, what are you doing face.
Let's see how long it takes for him to do it.
He does that one. He's trying to figure out what he missed. And yeah, knight d5 is just
He hasn't missed anything.
very bad news.
And I'm looking forward to seeing the reaction of Vincent.
Also, it's easy to miss because you calculate rook a6 and you're trying to figure out if you can extract your knight here without material losses. But after knight d5, which here happened, you're
Oh
just
boy.
busted.
And Vincent, the realization,
Yeah.
he's trying to keep the poker face, but oops, that's the,
Bad news.
oh dear.
It's rook a4, knight b6. Yeah, it's very easy
Yeah.
to just not think about knight d5. But in general, it's not the Vincent we know, but that's what Magnus does. He makes it look easy against the best players in the world to make them look mortal.
Oops. That is what we call a bit of a failure.
Yeah,
Tough.
tough for the German fans, but
Tough.
what can you do? He's 19. Magnus is still pretty good, but Vincent will get stronger, faster, meaner. Magnus,
Daft Punk?
not familiar. Bigger, faster, stronger?
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to get bigger. He's taller than me.
Who? Vincent?
Keymer.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
He might get bigger.
He might get bigger, but he's certainly not feeling that big at the moment.
No, he's just lost rook a4, knight b6, and knight a8, bishop a1. Everything. It's actually almost resigns. Like,
no, it is
probably go
resigns.
rook a4, knight b6, and play that endgame for a few moves, but it's fairly hopeless.
Maybe you don't even play it because you're just so annoyed.
Magnus, great choice with hindsight, but that's also underestimated strength of his, not just his being able to play every opening, but also how well he picks what opening to do in what situation, against what opponent to surprise and play on their weaknesses. No, he's pretty smart about this chess stuff.
MVL coming over saying, Qu'est-ce que c'est, Vincent?
Qu'est-ce qu'il y a? There's Sarana, European
Sarana.
champion.
Sarana's like, oh boy. Yeah, knight d5 is a very...
Yeah, that's it.
He took on a8? No, he didn't take on a8.
Didn't make a move yet.
Taking on a8 really is
Not
resigns.
taking on a8, you just don't do, because after bishop a1, knight is trapped in the corner, and this guy runs.
Yeah, and even after e4, you can just go a3, I guess.
Okay.
Can we try it? No, or is that a blunder? No, it's good enough.
Good enough.
a2. The knight just... Oof!
You should maybe cut it off first.
You got to go bishop c3 first, right? That was... Right. Yeah, and that does run.
Now this is all hopeless, and also...
He takes
you
on
could just keep the
a4, knight b6.
Yeah, you play that endgame a bit, you can exchange rooks, and... Oh no, hang in there a little bit.
No,
but it's mainly going through the motions. He blundered, he knows he's lost, so he'll keep it going for a while, but he's not gonna hold it. Just trying to make it to move 40, which is fair enough.
Okay.
Vincent.
And MVL's position is somehow the king is now on e1. So what happened there?
Let's see.
Okay, rook b1, bishop g6, rook
F1.
king b8.
Bishop c1. King f2. It's running away. But was it good? Because it's losing the c2 pawn.
Goodness.
It's not just the pawn, but it's also this square.
Right.
Which, ooh.
This is looking a bit yucky now for MVL.
Yep. Rapport, the tournament leader, keeps feeling himself. If he wins that one, that puts him on what? 4 out of 5? And Maxime on 1.5 out of 5? That's already a sizable difference.
Yeah, I don't see MVL, of course, getting back into contention. I don't think he can, actually.
You can't?
I don't think so. Rook g1 played. Looks all a bit loose along there. But maybe there's no...
King a8. Whoa. Taking his time. Pas des échecs.
Just looks horrible to me for white. Just the king is not great. Bunch of pressure. No attacking prospects. No, it's clearly gone wrong for MVL here. But he's a resourceful guy, and he may just find a way.
Not that much to talk about in the Friedman Ding game, although Ding got the maximum he could get. He's slightly better here, if anything, with him blocking this diagonal. and controlling the equivalent on the dark squares, but it's still. Draw is a big favorite. Bring the queen to d2, go bishop f3, king g2, h4 if you wanna. Don't really see Daniel losing this very often, but black is a bit better. You can put the bishop on d4, go g6, king g7, e5, f5, e4. These 2 pawns aren't such a big factor.
Did he go queen b7? Queen b5 he played.
Queen b5, he wouldn't mind the queen exchange, but it's not gonna happen. He's gonna play g6. He's gonna try a bit here, as he should.
Magnus has gone for rook a2 and he's opted to trade off the rooks.
Yeah, Vincent declined to do so earlier, so Magnus forces it. Yeah, I guess they're both fairly confident that this is hopeless. There was something here that was difficult to win, but it's not this piece constellation, no? I remember some analysis in one of the Dvoretsky books with this 4 versus 3 in the piece down. Wasn't this? Not sure. Looks fairly lost.
Got confirmation, by the way, that Sven Noppers does play chess. There's a picture of him playing chess. Somebody put it in my Twitter. Thank you for that.
Wow.
So we now know that Sven is not just all talk, he is all walk as well.
It's all walk?
Talk the talk, walk the walk.
You think he does a walk and talk? I think he does walk and talks.
Walk and talks? You do walk and talks. That's your favourite thing.
No, I don't like walk and talks.
Yes, you do.
No.
Every time we speak on the phone, you're walking and talking.
Yeah, but I don't like it in person.
Oh, I see.
I don't like a stop and chat. I don't like a walk.
The stop and chat. Rest in peace. The stop and chat. The cut and chat. No, was it the cut and... Can't remember. Anyway, rest in peace, Richard Lewis. We've got the tournament hall. That looks like Fedosev.
Go h4.
If
I don't like h5. Should go e5, f5. No, the pawns will be too fixed. Okay, doesn't matter. It's equal. No matter what. Why do you go h5? Push these guys. Ale. Back. So how does black win? Attack the f2 pawn? Bring the king?
Yeah, I think you can bring the king. I think with 3 pawns, obviously any minor piece trade is just good, so...
He does bring the king. Do you think Magnus would be unhappy if he would not win this game?
I think he'd be beyond devastated. I mean, piece up.
Do you think he knows how to checkmate with knight and bishop versus king?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so too.
Not as fast as me, but yes.
No. You think he knows the W maneuver?
Yes. Yeah, I mean, look, I don't see any universe where he doesn't win this position. That said, I can't tell you with any level of confidence what black's best route to victory is here. As in, I have no idea. Is it?
I'm also not sure.
Is it? Tell me it's not a draw. Let's just understand that this isn't
I'm
a draw.
trying to
right?
recall if it was this position where there was analysis in the, I think one of the Dvoretsky books. It was winning, but it was not straightforward. However, this, I guess, you sort of win by hand eventually, just by attacking the f2 pawn, and then there will be all kinds of unpleasantness. Also, usually you can go h5, f6, g5, put a pawn on g4, and then try to transpose to a winning pawn endgame, even sacrificing a piece on f2 at the right moment. So I think it should be a fairly straightforward win, but I vaguely recall having seen some analysis of this.
I think you hit the nail on the head there. I think this position is all about making a key sacrifice and transposing to a winning king and pawn. That's the key. Meanwhile, Daniel Friedman has just accepted being a pawn down here.
Yeah, it doesn't change much. I kind of like it, so you don't get distracted by these pawns. You still have to be a little careful defending against the e5, f5 thingy, but no, I think he knows what he's doing. Also now, yeah, he's got to be fine. Take it, live a little.
Oh, that's beautiful. Actually, that's very spottable as well. That really does just end proceedings. Queen g5 check with
take it like a Polaroid picture.
Queen d8.
Draw.
That is a draw. A nice opportunity here for Daniel. And bishop d4, queen g5.
Queen g5.
But maybe he doesn't want this because suddenly queen b2.
You have to think about it, but it should be fine.
Bishop e2? Oh wow, no, he's not going to play it.
e2 is not so easy.
No, this you don't
gonna
play. Queen
say
takes
this.
f2 check. No. King h3 and you get lucky after queen f1?
You don't, but it's because of bishop f6, which is very specific. So we take the pawns.
But queen f1 here? Sorry, you have to go king g4.
Yeah, what's so bad with that?
Wow.
No, but apparently you have to go bishop e2, which is tough.
Yeah, that's tough to see ahead.
Also, he doesn't need to do it because the position they have is drawn as it is. He just sits tight. But of course, it's nice. Still, Ding is probably hoping for bishop h5, bishop d4.
Yes. We'll see. Let's go back to the rapport game because I want to see.
I want to see if he takes an h5.
We'll keep an eye out for it. We'll keep an eye out for it. We've got to keep the folks entertained.
People love watching Ding. It's good to see Ding back in action.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely it is. There he is, the world champion.
The thing is, even...
He's practicing his stare, is he?
Is he staring Daniel down?
I think so.
He's just checking surroundings, thinking, who are all these people? Now he's watching the other games on the screen. Now he's trying to keep his poker face, saying, please take on h5. But Daniel's very steady. He's not going to be too tempted.
Let's go to that Enville game.
All right.
Because this is real action heating up here.
Wow.
The king has made its way over to d2. The bishop is firmly cemented on
Cemento.
d3. The first move I would look at is knight a5. Because when I get to positions like this, Jan, I ask which of my pieces are not working.
Oh, okay. I thought you normally just pick the first or second computer move and then name that. But which of the pieces not working is also a good idea.
That's it's a better method. So knight a5 would be my top choice. The knight on f5
then after bishop b4, your top choice would be b6? Or you would go back, or like what?
Well,
what
bishop-
would be the idea?
Bishop b4 I haven't properly understood. Actually, that's a problem.
Huh?
So knight a5, bishop b4, b6 looks weird to play like that, but the open b file might actually benefit black because rook b8 suddenly is in the air. So, but no, rook g6, bishop, king c1.
Yeah, maybe you didn't know about this.
But now
Which
knight-
pieces you can improve?
But now knight a5 is really serious because knight b3 check exists and d3 is not hanging.
Uh-huh.
Now, I don't know if you want to go knight b3 check, but it's certainly worth considering. Probably no good, but... The
I
king
would
has made
probably
its way to c1.
go back. I normally ask myself in such positions, which of my pieces is misplaced? I don't like the rook here. So just
Why
put it
would you
back.
not put it on h6? Just h3.
Just h3, yeah. Doesn't do very much.
I wonder if there's... I doubt there's ever an exchange sack there. Yeah, the back rank is too weak.
Never.
No, I don't know.
Who are you rooting for? Richard or Maxime?
I think
Maxime
Ri-
is your boy, right?
think-
You're rooting for Maxime.
Well, Maxime is my boy, but I kind of want Richard to win
Why?
because I think he's just playing better chess in general.
So you're like Peter Leko. You're not rooting for your friends. You're rooting for whoever plays better on that day.
Exactly.
Like also in football, you're
This
just
is a
supporting all the teams. You just
Pure
want a good game.
meritocracy. Whoever merits it wins.
Greetings, Peter, if you're watching. I hope you can at least watch some handball, football to pass the time till your voice is back. Or chess. But Peter, he's always sweating Vincent's games. And it's been tough for Vincent supporters. Yesterday, Vincent had 2 winning positions. Had to live with a draw in the end in both of those. Now he's going down against Monsieur Magnus. And he'll end up on -1 when after yesterday he could easily have had +2.
Knight f3, knight e4 here is massive. Because if king e2, then I think he's going to play bishop takes g3.
Nah,
No?
never,
Really?
never, ever.
Oh, sorry, he's got 3 pawns, not 4 pawns. I beg your pardon.
It's all right.
I thought he had 4 pawns.
That would make conversion easier.
If black had a pawn on e6 here, would bishop takes g3 be the move?
I don't know. I'd be quite comfortable playing bishop f6 as well with the pawn on e6.
Yeah, no need to overcomplicate things.
You're thinking about it. You'd be so happy if you took here. Probably winning.
Yeah, just because the pawns are so bad, you might be able to just still win this. King f2, knight f5. Just still wins, no?
Yeah.
King
Who
e4.
knows? I'd do it.
He might do it.
He likes clarity. If he can simplify the position, he sure is winning.
Clarity is important in chess and in
No, not all the guys like clarity. Like
No?
Fabi, he's always trying to make it weirder and weirder. He just wants to see the board burn. But Magnus, he likes, to clarify the situation. I mean, they would both win this with black. It's not about that, but in general, I think Magnus likes a little clarification. Friedman didn't take on h5. And yeah, he's just sitting. Which is good enough, but you need some patience. But he will know this. He's very well-educated, very strong endgame player. He will know. He can just wait it out. What's going on here, by the way? G5.
Yeah, no, you have to take. I was looking at this, and then I was looking at something utterly ridiculous, but
No, I think you just keep waiting. You can go.
You can't go king g4.
h4.
No, you don't want to swap all these pawns off. This is
Well, you have to. What
no,
else
no,
you
no.
gonna do?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't like it.
What else is there?
Well, I don't know what else there is, but
Nothing. So you have to try h4.
I don't even get it really.
Oh, it's a draw.
Just a draw. Maybe there's one idea, which is to go h4, gh,
Oh.
king h, and then if white passes with bishop b7, you play bishop d6.
Yeah, or queen g7.
Or
check.
queen
Can you
g7
take
check.
the bishop.
Sorry, against bishop b7, there's queen g7 check. So here already you need.
Here, make some active move. Huh? Ale.
It's actually easily blunderable.
Ding played queen d3. What's that about? Can I go f4? I'd go
You
f4.
You can go f.
This is check. It doesn't matter. I don't care. If you go king h6, I'll take.
Yeah, then it's really a draw.
And here bishop takes. I am not losing this ever. And I'm a terrible endgame player, so this is a strong statement.
Yeah, no, I like f4.
Thank you. But you can also take and then go f4. It's not strictly necessary.
He went f4 straight away.
Yeah. But here, maybe this order is better because you're setting a trap. Like the king comes here. It's checkmate. Probably Ding will see. But the way he played, he's not setting that trap. Now there's no losing move for black.
Takes on f3.
Takes, wow.
Yeah, that's really just.
Okay, he's just going home.
Yeah, he's just. Now it's just.
And handshake, is that allowed? It's pass move 40. They're not allowed to make draws in the first, or draw offers in the first 40 moves. But here they are. Yeah, Ding had enough.
Yeah.
Solid game by Daniel Friedman. And Ding, glad to see him in action. It's not old Ding yet. Like,
No.
let's give him time. I mean, he obviously can play with all these guys. But if you recall the player that won the Sinquefield Cup, beat Magnus Carlsen in the tie breaks there, he's not back to that level just yet. But we should be patient, should be happy to see him play at all. And all these people mocking him because he's not as good as Magnus, maybe. It's not that easy to become chess world champion and be a stable 2800 plus player. Like, so give Ding some respect.
It's just amazing when you think how Magnus has maintained his rating for all these years. The average performance he's had to put in it's just phenomenal. It's just truly.
No, we know Magnus is good, but I'm saying these other guys, they also have to put in an hour or two looking at some chess, you know?
Absolutely. Rishi with a moment, with an opportunity.
Do it.
B5.
Very logical.
I like it. You get the knight on a5 and
And yeah, he's played it.
yeah.
Allez.
Allez le bleu. Richie is
Richie's strong.
he's
Looking
very
good.
strong. Yeah. He's
Looking
looking
relaxed, looks happy to play chess. Sometimes Richie, I don't know. Should we call him Richie?
I think it's okay.
I don't call him Richie to his face. Call him Richard.
Peter calls him Richie.
To
I
his
think.
face?
Not to his face, but
Anyway, Richard having a fantastic tournament so far. Much better here. If he wins this, he will cement his top spot. But in the end, you know it's gonna be Magnus. He's gonna finish second in the qualifying stage. He's gonna win again. He always wins. That's his trick.
B5 is very strong though. Yeah, in the this is a really powerful move, because after A takes B5, he wants to go Rook B8. This is his brilliant
I didn't
idea.
even see that.
Yeah, this
Ah,
is
Queen b5, queen b2 is actually not
Yeah,
great, but
rook
this is
b8
tricky.
is brilliant. And after b takes c6, queen takes a3 check is the important little trick, and rook b1 mate.
Ooh.
Very, very tough.
Possible. What do you do? I think you take anyway. And then I hope for the best here. But yeah, this is his point. He's
Yeah, this is hopeless.
feeling himself. Magnus didn't take on g3. Magnus respects bishops. But he still has to win it.
Yeah.
And we have one draw in Friedmunding.
Indeed.
Maxime Grave, the man from Paris. He's not actually from Lyon, he supports Lyon. He's not from there. Trying to come up with a move here. A big fight yesterday against Magnus Carlsen was a piece down. Looked like he was going down, but then managed to swindle Magnus and almost won the game in neutral time travel. But here, he's got his work cut out for him against a very strong looking Richard Rapport. What's happening on your Twitter? Any new followers?
No, I'm getting a bit of nice comments from people,
Beautiful.
so that's good.
A takes b, rook b8. It's a nice trick.
Yeah, bishop a4 on the board.
Bishop a4.
Yeah, this move.
No, he went bishop
Yeah.
b2 first.
Rather, yes, exactly.
Queen b5, bishop a4.
Bishop a4, he'll go queen b7 or queen b6. Not sure which is better. Queen b6 looks more. And this is just horrible for Maxime. The knight comes to b3, and then there's going to be some shot that basically finishes the game off somewhere. It feels
Yeah.
some knight e3 or something like this, and then the knight comes to c2 and. No, this is bad. Knight e3, knight c2 is just immediately over.
Looks pretty bad. Gotta move the queen away first. But yeah, I don't think Maxime is gonna publish this game in his magazine.
He's got a magazine?
Yeah, Maxime.
Oh boy.
Queen went back.
I think this is not as good actually, because I think the knight needed some support on a5, but I think it's probably okay. King d1, Maxime running away again. He's gone
King's staying quite busy.
really busy. The king has gone from the king's side to the queen's side, now he's running back to the king's side. Yeah, I didn't like queen b7 actually.
No?
No.
The second computer move first was queen b6.
Yeah, it felt a little bit better to have the queen on b6. Okay, Richie will probably go knight a5 anyway.
Yeah, well, I guess that's his plan.
Yeah.
Here he comes. Ale.
Indeed.
You think the king is running back? Because let's not forget he did castle kingside early in the game.
I think he has to, no?
Sardas has to cover b2 because after queen takes b2 there was bishop takes c6 check. But now after knight a5 he has to do something about it. So probably the bishop goes away.
Beautiful.
It's fine if you're doing stuff on your phone. We can
No,
switch
I'm
the
just
sound off.
I'm just literally I'm getting pinged about the commentary.
Getting pinged.
pinged. I'm getting
Must be
pinged.
very stressful.
It is.
Mm.
There you go. Okay. So
Bishop a3 played.
Bishop a3 played. All right.
No checkmate yet. Why not knight b3?
Oh. King e1 and now
should
bishop
not go to
c4.
c1. Then it is checkmate.
Yeah, but king e1 and now the bishop comes to
Yeah.
c5 and suddenly I have all this counterplay.
All of a sudden it's white who
Oh my
starts attack.
goodness. Can you imagine? That's actually not completely out of the question.
Not at all. This ain't over yet. So let's try to figure out why queen b6, which was so much better. If I do the same. Now, after knight b3 takes... Ah, yeah, obviously. Now there's knight takes d4. That's the difference.
An obvious shot.
Obvious shot. And
That's amazing. Queen takes d4 is so beautiful because you hit both rooks.
yeah, okay. No human spots that from far away. So we can't blame Richie too much. Now he looks a little, not rattled, but unhappy that it's not collapsing yet.
Yeah, he's kind of, he's intensely looking at the board thinking, why haven't I found a breakthrough yet? And he understands he has to be careful. MBL is very resourceful. Knight b3, as we've already seen, is actually a mistake. And if knight b3 is not the move here, then the question then becomes, well, what is the move? Because white has got a really easy plan of king e1, king f2. Or playing a move like, I don't know, bishop b4 or bishop b4 followed by bishop c5. I would probably have my king on e1 in all of these instances.
That's Hans. Let's see what Hans thinks about it. Nah, he's not. Yeah, just
He-
walks by.
Yeah. So it's actually
Nah, I need the glasses.
5 minutes for
All day.
Richie, and he goes queen.
Queen h7. Wow, what kind of move is that?
Whoa.
Very funky.
That is funky and
It's bad too.
bad.
That's- I mean, it's cool.
It's a cool move. The point being, of course, knight takes h7, rook takes g1, check.
What is this, by the way? Is this over?
And
Queen
even this.
e1? This doesn't look obvious to me either.
Knight e3, king
Oh,
d2.
knight e3, king d2, knight f1.
Come on. And if king c1?
And rook g2. of
Nah, okay.
course. This is random, but okay, you don't have to go. Knight f1. That was a bit much. You could take.
Even
Funky
that is
move, queen
random.
h7. And
But-
they're also both low on time.
But bishop b4 is just insta-played by Maxim, no? Just
Just play it.
now, unbelievably, Richard
turned
is
the
in,
tables.
yeah, Richard is in big trouble
And also
now.
the king will go back to c1.
Unbelievable. And Richard with, whoops,
I
Richard's
like
like,
this idea, but
but if, did you notice Richard's reaction there? He just,
he's unhappy.
he's unhappy.
And Maxime, he's resilient.
Just,
Yeah.
so tough to
Rapport
beat.
is giving you the I blundered face.
Yeah. Because the queen is now totally offside, and if the knight goes to b7 here, for example, you go bishop c6, and it's just over.
Pretty much checkmate.
It's just over. Rook takes a7, followed by queen a2 is... Oh no, king b6, sorry. Yeah,
Bishop
just
c5 is a bit of a
bishop
threat.
c5 is good, queen a2 is good. Yeah, it's just really over. And with 4 minutes left, Richard, one move, that's all it takes, yeah. One bad move, and it's all over.
Uh-huh. It's like with the Joker.
Joker?
All it takes is one bad day.
Which Joker?
And from Batman.
Ah, Batman Joker. What did he do here? He does go queen h5. This is very
What?
surprising because like king c1.
What else is he going to do?
Well, I know, but just okay, and you have to go rook takes b4. This is going to be a very difficult.
He's going to do it.
Yeah, and then he's
Keep
gonna
mixing it.
take on d4.
No, I would still lose this with either side instantly. So many knight forks.
Like bishop
knight
b8,
e2, knight
90.
b3, like
ba5, knight e2, king
Anything
b2,
can happen.
c3 is unfortunate. Yeah, Rickard is 100% going to do this.
yep, here he goes.
And knight takes d4.
Sebe.
Yeah. And now king b2 is the professional.
King
move.
b2 makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Stepping out of all the knight checks. So you can start with that. But knight b3. The game continues. The problem
then
for
I
black
take.
is
Just take
once the smoke clears, the queen on h5.
queen
is a
f2.
bit misplaced.
Ah, there's queen e2 check, but even that.
So still,
d4?
yeah, takes queen e2.
Wow. Rook takes a7 draw?
Big mess. And Maxim thinking. Also after king b2 you have to think about knight e2, threatening c3.
Yeah,
This is
that's
all very messy.
And what's going on in the Magnus? F4, G4 by Magnus.
Magnus has been
Wow.
winning for a while. Vincent hanging in there. He dragged this game to move 60 when frankly we thought he could have resigned at move 29, but he still lost. Magnus took his time, slowly improving, dominating.
FD5, GH3, King
F4,
H3.
G4.
Yeah, no, it's really over now because the knight catches the
Safety.
pawn.
Yeah, fe5 played. He takes the knight. King takes and knight g5. Another classy little move. And after king h4, he
Knight
can just
F3.
give this check. King keeps coming, but he's not in
Take.
time. Knight takes e5.
Yeah,
Then king e4, knight g4.
that's it.
Knight takes e3.
Yeah, it's resigns time for Vincent here. It's really resigns time.
Do you think Magnus needs a gimmick when he wants his opponents to resign? Like Kasparov would always put on his watch again.
Yeah, it would be better if Magnus did have a gimmick.
Yeah.
Maybe I've got a suggestion.
Uh-huh.
He brings a comb to the board and he just starts combing his hair. You know,
Great
just
idea. Great idea.
ready to go. Just ready, time for the
Or he
evening.
grows a mustache and starts twirling it. Less good.
Knight f3. He'll go king h5 and knight takes e5, king g5 and king e4 and
Yeah, he's got this figured out. King e4 and Rysandowski.
time to give it up. This is the moment. The game will no longer continue.
Think so?
Yeah.
Yep. Vincent resigns. Magnus looks happy.
Yeah. Great opening choice. Mixing it up. Decent preparation. Clearly wasn't just bluffing. And Vincent with a few inaccuracies and then a big blunder. And just like that, Magnus wins another game of chess.
Just like that.
Alrighty. Knight A to B3 here.
Vincent is not even done for today. I mean, sorry, 9 p.m. That was a little break.
Brutal.
He has to play another game.
Absolutely brutal. For us, I mean, not for them.
No,
He-
for us.
Bishop takes
Should
B3. Knight
Yeah,
takes
they're going
B3.
down this road. Knight b3,
Queen F2.
queen f2. Do you see the new Roadhouse movie?
No, I did see the old Roadhouse, but
Hasn't.
well, Peter Lecco has, that much we do know.
Peter's probably seen Roadhouse.
Yeah, 100%.
It's a classic.
Yeah, we have a tricky position where, you know, if knight takes a1, rook takes a1, queen e2, the problem is that
What's the problem?
after the queen trade, if I can then go king c3 and...
But I'm going d4, I'm not going queen e2.
well, you want to go d4 here.
I mean, this white wins, I think.
Yeah, white does win that. But d4 is a classy move. And now, if I was white...
Take probably.
No, queen e2?
Okay, let me rephrase. You should take, probably.
Yeah,
And what is this? Still sort of a mess, if you ask me. And
I'm not sure
Richard has played d4 directly. He doesn't respect
Oh
rooks.
no, but this is no good.
Do you respect rooks?
This is no good. Queen g2, king b8.
But why is this queen
And
c6
now
so
rook
good? I
takes-
don't understand anything.
You want to go queen c6?
The computer does. But yes. Once again, almost impossible. Knight a1, knight e6. Impossible is strong, but... it's
No,
kind of
it
a
is
stretch.
impossible.
Yeah.
Actually, knight e6 here is really impossible.
It's cute though. Once.
No, because you see queen e2 and you think you're getting mated. No, but queen e2 and you just immediately switch off.
Why? King a1? There's no
Rook
more
takes
checks.
g1. Mate.
That's true.
And you
So
have to...
why is this even winning?
King a3 and you're just
knight c2,
to king a4.
Wow,
No, it's
yeah,
just...
That's pretty simple.
No.
Okay.
There's just
that's
no
not
way
happening.
that's happening, no.
What has Maxime done? Yeah, he's played rook a3.
Yeah. Queen e2? But that's really bad,
Now
no?
queen e2. That endgame
No,
was-
that's really bad because
But
now
we
you
can
can
still-
just take.
Kind of take on b3 at one.
That's
and
what I
bail out.
wanted to do.
Yeah.
But
Also looks good, doesn't it?
yes.
g3, king c3. Yeah, this looks very good for white. Quite a turnaround. Richard was dominating this game for most of it, or it felt like. But Maxime is slippery. He's like a slippery fish. What's a slippery creature?
A slippery creature with a lot
An
of
eel?
slime. Eel. Yeah. Are they slippery?
Should be
Have you
slippery.
eaten eel before?
No,
No? Okay.
I have not.
Not my favorite.
You a big eel guy?
No, I am a big fish-wise. I like a pulpo. I like an octopus.
Pulpo like a Jäger?
Yeah, I love the pulpo. Like the little, what's it? The seasoning, the gewürz. What's it called? The
Pepper?
yeah, but no, it's a special, isn't it? They've got a special. Big fan. So is Maxime actually. I don't know that that's true actually. I just totally
No,
made it
that's
up.
true.
Yeah, I just totally made it up. So yeah, big trouble now for Rapport, that's for sure.
Yeah, surprisingly. Maxime with a comeback.
Knight f3.
Is that a good move? Yeah, that's pretty good.
That is classy.
Clarifying.
Yeah. Rook g1, knight g1.
Takes. The knight looks somewhat stupid, but
king
it
c3.
can always
But king c3. it's-
re-enter the action.
Just take the bishop and you're ready to...
Doesn't work for black.
Yeah, this is...
Maxime, he's gonna
He's going to win.
win, and then all of a sudden it's anybody's tournament. Then we have Rapport and Magnus in the lead. Maxime's back to 50%. Ding's at 50%. Friedman, Keymer -1. That
Yeah.
would mean the Germans sharing last place. That ain't right.
That is not right. Knight f3 is a classy move. He'll probably go rook h6. Yeah, I was going to say he'll probably go rook h6. Now
Okay,
Maxim
hang in
will
there.
take
But
on.
now you give a check,
But why?
then you
give
go
the-
back.
But why give the check?
You
Ah!
activate your rook.
Wow, I didn't even see that. I think he wants to take the d4 pawn though, no?
Also possible. Then you don't have to worry about it anymore. But rook g7 is also nice. Can we do both? Give a check and take the d4 pawn? Ah, no, then maybe we don't have king a4. No, we need to.
We need king a4. Can we lose?
Yeah, king a4, bishop d1.
One and we lose. That's the sort of thing that.
So if he wants to take, he should maybe start. Oh, sorry. After rook h6. Start by doing so.
And king b2.
Or
Or king
we go
a4.
here.
King b6 again?
Yeah.
No, he has come back.
Yeah, he does go king b2.
Yeah.
He's steady.
Bishop c4 is the only move here.
Uh-huh.
And then we need a conversion.
Torre g6.
Torre g6?
Sí.
Rook h4?
Torre h4.
Yeah. And we both wait. And then
I'm
you
not
bring
waiting.
the king. Okay, I put the bishop on d5.
I'll go. Maybe king c3 first. I don't know, but it looks fairly lost.
No, it definitely looks like white is stabilizing.
He's gone rook h2. Is he bluffing?
I would say not.
Is he rushing or is he dragging? Because look.
Oof. Rook g6, that's nasty.
Ouchie.
So you can, so you give rook g7 check a go first here, right?
Yeah, because you want
Yeah.
to lure the king to
Right.
the 6th rank. So there's the pin later.
I think Maxim sees this even with a minute. And if you have to go king b8 or king c8, it's really over.
Okay, he doesn't need to do this. He can play all kinds of normal moves like king c3. Yeah, that's what he's done. But now rook h3. Yeah, you gotta go back.
King
Oh,
b2.
he's triangulating. So subtle. But now bishop c4.
He went rook
Still some work
h2.
to be done.
He went rook h2 after king c2.
Again. Second chance. Maybe he spotted it by now. Maxime is a tricky trickster.
Yes. Let's see where Richard puts his king.
He's gotta go forward. King c8 just resigns. Oh, Hans is watching.
Hans, is that with his lawyer?
I think it's a security.
Probably both. 2-for-1 package.
Must be nice to have like
Oh, what?
a lawyer who's also a bodyguard.
took-
He went for
Ah, this is also easy because
the rook
e6.
endgame.
Yeah,
King
but this is
D3
al-
and
this
rook
is
f2
also-
or just king e3 and he gets
Yeah.
the 2 passes.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah, also. Very clinical.
King e3, rook b2, and rook g6. Yeah. We'll give a check.
Yeah, he just takes here. Then he will have 2 pass pawns. And they will get the job done. King d2, for example. Seems taking a moment to figure out where he wants his king. He wants it here to support the passes. Doesn't matter. 2 pass pawns always beat 1 pass pawn, or if they're connected in a situation like this.
Okay, rook b4, rook e6.
Yeah.
King will come to c5, I would guess.
No, I guess he goes back to at least try to help with a5, but or to b5.
King
Doesn't
b5.
matter. Okay.
No, you've got to calculate here. This is...
Yeah.
He does
not
go king
that
c5,
much.
very surprising.
That I don't like, because then the rook can
We'll
get
go
to
to
a6
a6,
in
yeah.
one go. No, just king somewhere. But also now, yeah, he plays king f3.
A5, rook A6.
Yeah, or f5 first.
No, he'll go
F2.
rook A6.
Yeah, this makes white's life a little easier than king
Yeah.
b5. Neither was saving the game, but this gives him another tempo. Now king b5, rook a8, and then we run.
Or as we say in German, wir run.
Wir run?
Yeah, we run.
Okay. Wir rennen.
Same thing.
Lola rennt.
Eric the E-pawn.
Is he Eric?
I think he's Eric today. So what's that going to mean then? After the first round, it's going to mean that we have king d5. Yeah, f5, king e5, e7 is really nice, and f6.
Oh, sorry, f5.
F5 first,
I
yeah.
meant to do it. The king cannot block.
Yeah, because of rook e6 check.
Yeah.
You play rook
Also not
e6
a bit
check
plan.
here every day of the week.
No,
and-
I play f6 every day. Of
Would
the
you?
week.
And twice on Sundays?
No, just once on Sundays.
Yeah, this is not even.
Anyway, this is
Choose your poison. Goes f5.
fairly resignable.
And MVL coming back from a really tough position.
Yeah. But it's of course pure skill. He never blunders, never makes it easy, keeps making a move, sends his king there, sends his king back. Was slightly outplayed by Rapport starting in the opening. He was, yeah, really trying to hang in there for most of the game. But he has a lot of experience with crappy positions and he's so cunning. Yeah, that's why he's the world number 3 in Rapid. He's just very, very good. Hot take. Former Blitz world champion as well.
5 seconds, I think, for Richard here.
Who is 5
Tries
seconds?
A3,
Played.
just
Is
E7.
yet this is not tough
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
Maxim.
And that's enough.
And Rapport resigns. Upset, of course. Ruined a very good position there. But that ends the round, another long one, which means we have 2 victories